Hey guys, it's Paul with First Reactions. Star Wars The Last Jedi. Did it suck? No, it's not going to suck. It was never going to suck. This movie was good. It's not perfect. It's not the second coming of Empire Strikes Back. It was good. I liked it. We got a lot of resolutions. We got a lot of things, a lot of questions that were answered, putting to death and confirming certain fan theories, all this kind of stuff. Visually, this movie was beautiful. I loved how much it was. I don't know if it's something you need to see in 3D though. It is great. There are some breathtaking visuals that you can see, but it's not vitally important to see it in 3D. So you should be fine. Musically, obviously, everything is going to hit your notes. It's Star Wars. Star Wars is always going to musically and visually blow you away. But the plot line, did it do well? Yeah. I liked it. It was a little clunkiness. The beginning parts of the movie felt a little bit too much like Empire Strikes Back. And that was one of the criticisms of the first movie, is that it was too much New Hope. And I was worried that this was going to be a little bit too much Empire Strikes Back. However, they did do enough to fix that, and enough to move away into a different direction with their storyline, with enough surprises to satisfy you, and enough questions to make you want to see how this trilogy ends. I liked it. Like I said, was it perfect? No, it's not perfect. But I mean, realistically, how often are you going to see a perfect movie anymore? Especially if you're a reviewer like me, you're always going to find some kind of fault. Unfortunately, there's no perfect movie out there, and as we have to look at these movies too critically, it kind of ruins it sometimes. If you're coming here for the enjoyment of a Star Wars movie, this is a vast improvement over the last Star Wars movie. I don't know if it rises to Rogue One, because I thought Rogue One was probably about as close to a perfect Star Wars movie as we've had since Empire Strikes Back. But this kind of falls in between those two movies. I actually, no, I wouldn't say that. It was probably like a solid 3 if you're ranking those. It's better than probably than the Return of the Jedi, or some of the other sequels. Is definitely better than any of the 3 prequels. And it was better than the last movie. For some reason, I can't remember what it was. But this is something you definitely should go see. It's worth your time. It's not worth your extra dollars for 3D, but it is worth your time, and it is worth seeing on multiple trips, because there's a lot of information. There's a ton of information and a ton of things that I know that I missed already, and I will be going back to watching again, because there was so much ground that was covered, even though technically, as far from a storytelling standpoint, it really didn't go too very far, as far as like time changing. And I don't really want to go a ton into it, but Adam Driver does a much better job. I thought he did a great job in the first one anyway, but a lot of people were complaining about the emo Ren thing and everything. He did better. He was much better. This Rey was a more developed character. There were reasons to like Finn. There were reasons to like everybody. Luke finally talks. It was great. I loved it. Oh, your heart hurts every time you see Carrie Fisher on screen, because you know she's not there anymore. But this is worth seeing. This is definitely worth. Yeah, it's definitely worth doing that. Check it out. It didn't suck. I can't wait for the next one. I can't wait for the trilogy to finish in 2 years. And I'm looking forward to seeing how this goes. I'm kind of curious how they're going to resolve Carrie Fisher not being part of it. I hope they don't go crazy with the face swapping technology and like have her through the entire movie, because that'll get creepy and it'll really kind of take you out of it. It was awesome in Rogue One with the Grey Moff Tarkin stuff, and the end with Carrie Fisher as a young Leia. That was beautiful, and it was great to see those little points here and there, but I don't want to see that for the rest of the movie, because I don't know if it will hurt too much or whatever, but it would definitely become a distraction, and probably lead to some controversy that doesn't really need to be added into a series. It's been fairly bulletproof up to this point, and not really having a ton of controversy. So that's it. Definitely go see this movie. Definitely. I mean, you should be seeing this movie. You're gonna be I doubt there are gonna be people that are coming to this review hoping I'm bashing Star Wars, because as far as the series goes, it's been a fairly bulletproof series, with the exception of maybe Phantom Menace. And let's be honest, Phantom Menace wasn't that bad. You just don't like Jar Jar Binks. I mean, let's be honest. It's a kids movie. Star Wars was always made for kids, and it was always supposed to skew a little bit younger. So the fact that you couldn't handle Jar Jar Binks, but the Ewoks get a pass, come on, get over it. See this movie, check it out. And once again, guys, this has been Paul, First Reactions. Next movie we'll probably be seeing is next week. We might go to see Jumanji, just because I want to see how that goes. That one's definitely not a bulletproof movie. That might be up in the air. We're not really sure how that one's going to go. But I'm interested because I like The Rock. So that's pretty much it, guys, and we will see you next time at the movies.